Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another scene for the living world of darkness, Rage Across New York, where 10 Point and Aiden made an outing last night. A little outing, middle of the night, no big deal. Just hopped in a car, went up to, somewhere. And eventually returned with a, uh, a suspicious baggie that has been since then stowed in the fridge, probably up on the top shelf where the jugs and stuff go, because it's a little big. It won't fit on the smaller shelves. So that has been tucked away, and the pair of them have probably long since retired. And well, it's morning now, so yeah, breakfast time, guys.
Well, ever the early riser, Dallas Yakar comes out of her bedroom, shorts and a t-shirt, sort of stumbling her way down, makes her way to the bathroom, comes out, turns on the Keurig, puts a mug in it, puts a new cup in it, yawns, turns it on. That smell, that first cup of control being brewed is magical. And still being relatively early, just a little bit before 6 a.m., it's dark. And only the light over the stove, really, is all that shines through. So she opens up the fridge and she reaches in, she pushes aside the milk bottle that she knows it's going to be there, pushes aside the bottle of sweet tea and the bottle of OJ, and she goes for that carton of which always gets shoved to the back when she needs it. She finds a bag in its place. She touches the bag. She kind of narrows her eyes a bit as she yawns again, and she'll crouch down and move everything aside to look at the bag. Sort of cants her head to one side as she pulls the bag out. And then as she opens it, looks at the content inside, there is a very loud, and I apologize to everyone watching and listening. You may want to put your earphones away from your head for just a moment as she literally goes, "Wah!" and stumbles back and end over the table, knocking it over. Sounds of the little napkin holder and the salt and pepper shakers crashing to the ground, the sound of the table crashing to the ground, the chairs on the other side crashing to the ground, Dallas crashing to the ground. All of those things are heard as the large thump that comes as the Fenrir Arun is caught completely off guard, and damn it, she hasn't even had coffee yet.
The door to Aiden's room will pop open, and while 10 Point is still decidedly bleary, she's stumbling out, hurrying to the kitchen. Raya? Kind of rubbing at her face.
She's gonna point at the bag and look at 10 Point. That's a head! What head in the fridge? Just kind of push 10 Point out of the way. Aiden! She's literally gonna grab a hold of the mattress and yank it out the window.
He like flails. What? Stop getting me. What?
Why is there a head in the fridge?
10 Point, meanwhile, back in the kitchen, is calmly picking up the head after picking herself off the floor and carefully tucking the bag shut and putting it back in the fridge.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's not lose our heads over this. We're fine. We're fine.
Gonna grab a hold of him and just like pull him out of the bed and start dragging him into the fucking kitchen.
Easy, Dallas. There's no need to be so headstrong about things. Relax, will you?
You motherfucker! Why is Marissa Campbell's head in the fucking fridge?
Oh, why don't we tell the head of operations over here, 10 Point? Is that right?
10 Point is looking at Aiden. She's looking at him hard.
He gives her this smile.
She should not have given him another joint. Raya, everything's fine. It's okay.
It's not fine. There was a head next to my half and half.
Relax the cax, Dallas. It's just, well, you get a bit headstrong, you know? Don't want it to blow your head off now, do we?
Raya!
Smile warmly.
Raya, we have to celebrate Dana tomorrow.
Why do we have a head in the kitchen?
Damn it, you're killing me. She just kind of gestures to the fridge door. Well, I couldn't very well keep it outside. It would go bad.
Why a head? Why? Why a head specifically of the woman? How the fuck did you get? What? The police found her. How did you get the head?
Raya, we often offer brains to Dana. And tomorrow we are meant to celebrate Dana. And the most appropriate thing I could think of as an offering were the brains of a recently conquered enemy. And so I retrieved them. And I suppose that I could have just brought back the brains, but that takes longer and raises the chances of being caught.
You went into the city.
Well, no, we actually went out of the city.
No, we went further out, you know.
Both of our hands come. Like,
I mean, you know.
Don't worry, it won't look like that for long, but I can't very well clean the skull before I take the brains out.
Just puts his arms around 10 Point. Do you know what they say, Dallas? You gotta charge head first into things. That's what 10 Point is.
Raya!
I swear to God, one more head pun and I'm gonna knock your fucking block off.
Don't hit me in the head. Don't hit me in the head, Dallas. That's not fair. You smile as he's running down the hall.
Oh.
10 Point dives out of the way. Nuh-uh.
Yeah, no, Aiden vaults down the hallway, sprinting towards the back door.
Dallas will fucking do it, and if he goes to open up that door, she's gonna do the same thing she did to 10 Point. It's gonna check him right in the back of the shoulder blades. Smash him up against that door.
I mean, he's gonna just have to roll some dex athletics to get out of your way.
Are you gonna make me actually open a thing? I figured there was gonna be no rolling. Why are you gonna do this to me?
I was fine with just going with the...
Hold on. I'm putting it in a different one. There's a thing open there.
It hasn't had any rules in it since 2 hours ago.
Really? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Dex athletics. Ah, fucking rolled out of the way masterfully.
I don't know. If you consider how many she probably had on the attack, one isn't much.
Yeah, Dallas smashes into the door as he rolls out of the way.
Careful, Dallas. You don't want to lose your head, do you?
Can you literally come up with anything else?
He's literally climbing out the window in the other room.
10 Point is just in the kitchen, leaning on the fridge, head in her hand. She finally ambles over, sets up the coffee pot, turns it on.
Dallas marches back into the fucking kitchen. You!
Yes, right?
Come here. Come here.
She obediently comes over.
She is just gonna fucking uppercut 10 Point right in the jaw.
Jesus!
And I'm more than willing just to...
Yeah, I'll say she takes it, probably like flies back a couple steps, stumbling, because let's face it, she actually didn't expect it this time. That'll be like just a brief pulse of shock through the pack link, like, holy shit!
Just get
That
through
just
the
happened.
Just get through the pack link you're supposed to. Did you hit her in the face or the head?
Next, she's gonna point at 10 Point. Next time you put body parts in the fridge, you put them in the goddamn crisper.
But it wasn't empty. There wasn't room.
What do you mean? Nobody in this cabin eats vegetables. She pulls open the crisper.
She like is leaning back against the counter, kind of bracing herself up with one hand and rubbing at her aching jaw with the other. The crisper has been packed full of bacon.
Huh.
Like that's just where all the packages of bacon go, apparently now.
Okay, 10 Point, I'm going to show you something. She's going to pull out the packets of bacon, pull out the head, put the head on the floor, put the bacon on the top shelf, and she's going to put all of the bacon up there, and then she's going to put the head in the fucking crisper, and she's going to slam it shut with her foot and shut the door. You see that? Can you see that? She's going to grab her half and half out of the fridge, and she's going to pour it into her cup of coffee.
It'll be gone tomorrow, Raya. Still rubbing at her jaw, which is probably knitting.
By now, Aiden creeps back in, with a big cheesy grin on the side.
10 Point will wait until Dallas is done at the coffee pot. So done and so out of the way. And then we'll fill a cup and kind of hold it off in the direction where Aiden is like skulking.
Comes in. Thanks, 10 Point. It's good to, have
Raya,
coffee.
please.
It really, smiles.
Raya.
Smiles over
Don't
it.
do it, Raya.
Really clears your head, you know what I'm saying?
Just again.
Dallas is going to grab one of the fucking chairs, and she is just going to hurl it across the room at him.
Uses 10 Point as a shield.
There's a yelp at both. Actually, initially just a yelp at being grabbed and dragged in the way, because let's face it, he doesn't usually use the tactic. And then a sharper kind of pained yelp as a chair bounces off of her. And a vaguely hurt look back over her shoulder.
Keeps 10 Point in the forefront. It's good to see you using her head, Dallas.
Dallas picks up another chair and throws it.
Keeps using the 10 Point as a
10 Point just brings her hands up to cover her head. Like, just brings her arms up in complete acceptance as another chair ricochets off of her body and rocks her back into Aiden.
She's got her hand on the third chair and looking at Aiden. Eyes narrowed.
I mean, do you know what, Dallas? You have to get used to this style of things in the pack, We're all a bit,
Right.
I don't know. What's the right word I'm looking for, 10 Point?
Raya, please.
Don't worry, 10 Point. I'm only messing with your head. As he kind of ruffles her hair and immediately ducks behind her.
Dallas is going to jump over the table, swinging her chair at Aiden, and of course, if 10 Point's in the way.
Yep. She just again shoots him the most pitifully betrayed look and brings her arms up to shield her head. And probably gets, considering that this time she's swinging it instead of flinging it, yeah, she's probably going to eat shit. Like, get hit so hard it knocks her into a counter. She ricochets off the cabinet and finally hits the floor.
He smiles, quite thoroughly enjoying himself. Oh. So how you doing, Dallas?
She's going to grab a hold of her cup of coffee and take a long drink out of it. Better now.
Stops himself. It's good. It's good to you're in the right place. Right place. You're in the right healthy place.
Don't you fucking do it. I swear to God.
10 Point is unsteadily getting off the floor. And decides that, you know what, it's not worth it to stay in here for coffee. It's just not. And starts like kind of weakly ambling for the exit to the kitchen.
I haven't said a thing. I was saying, you know what they say about a healthy body, Dallas. That's all I'm saying.
She takes another drink out of her coffee, still looking at Aiden.
It's this big cheesy grin in his face. Well, keep walking. I'm sure you know the saying, Dallas. What's a healthy body equal to? Is he kind of walking quite quickly towards the kitchen?
They're in the kitchen.
So yeah, no, he's just kind of leaning against the door. What did they say about a healthy body again, Dallas? Could you remind me?
Out of character, I have no idea what you're referencing.
Healthy body equals healthy mind. Yeah.
I have a gift just for this moment.
10 Point is slowly moving down the hallway with a hand on the wall.
Dallas will spend 3 points of rage as she jumps across the fucking the kitchen. Punch Aiden in the face.
Oh yeah, no, you eat shit. all the while laughing.
And
loudly as
it's
being
literally
punched.
like the guy literally in this gif is laughing right as he gets punched. So, and she does that immediate turn, just like that. Enough of a turn to flick her hair. She's just like,
I guess you could say, Dallas, your head was in the right space as he just takes off running again. Full speed. Even burning some rage.
Nope. 10 Point's like, she has gone back. She's hiding in Aiden's room. She's gone back to bed. Fuck all of this.
Dives into Aiden's room. No. Like leans against the doorway, like peeking out. Do you know her head mustn't be in the right place, Dallas? 10 Point. I worry about Dallas.
All right, please. He just pulls a blanket up over her head. She's so done.
Has he shut the door?
No, he says out loud.
He's got it like cracked.
Out of character, just shut the door, okay?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's like his head's not. Her head mustn't be in the right place. Slam. You know what I mean? Lock, and then he braces it.
A veritably large spread of claws just hit the fucking door. Each of them about 3 to 4 inches long, almost like Krino's claws. They both like come on either side of Aiden. They're like both on either side of Aiden's head.
Takes the ginger step back, looks at it. Ah, Jesus, you fucked up my door. Guess I'm gonna have to head out into town and get the right payment for this. Keeps backing, running towards the window.
Why would
those claws begin to shimmer as she drags them across the wood and then just effortlessly tears it into little splinters.
But now he's
Krino's Garu.
He's halfway. By now he's halfway out the window. Has the the Jack Sparrow like this is the day you almost caught Aiden. And then she just looks at her. I'll head out into town, Dallas. After all, gotta get you those right, things you'd like for your head. And he just vaults out the
charges,
window,
and she will like fucking bite a hole where he was in the windows.
10 Point is just a little blanket
Bash out his window,
burrito.
too.
Very, very small, very unmoving blanket burrito, because her vision's probably based on movement at this point.
As you see Aiden running off, all Dallas hears is, "It's all right, Dallas. I know you're not in the right headspace. You can pay me back later."
I will fucking murder you in your sleep!
He just keeps running, laughing. All you hear is to the packing. All you hear is the evil leprechaun cackle.
Dallas is then going to slowly wheel about. There's that heavy Krynos breathing and snarling, and she's going to look down at the bed and this massive of quilts and covers.
All 10 Point wants is to hide under the blanket and be safe. Why is it never safe?
Dallas will trot up to the edge of the bed, making each step a very pronounced step.
She just cringes into a slightly smaller blanket burrito. Oh, fuck her life.
And in the Garu tongue, you made this happen.
She feels just this brief pulse of dread through the lake.
And Dallas is going to scoop 10 point up and fucking suplex her 3 times without letting go in succession around the room. Fucking German suplex after German suplex.
They're just sad and pained noises that result as she is suplexed 3 times over. She doesn't even fight back. There's really no point. Dallas has a way heavier grip than she does and is in fucking Krynos.
And Dallas will relax down into Hamid.
That point just curls up miserable and broken on the floor.
You find a way to make him stop doing that, or I'm taking it out on you. And she'll walk out and she'll shut what's left of the door. Like there's a huge hole in it. But there's like,
about half a door left, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a tidy half either.
She like slams it and it bounces off the door frame, and then just, you know, in its wavering, it just kind of wobbles, and then very slowly just kind of goes.
And through the pack thing for both of you. I guess you have to bang your heads together on this one, ladies.
Dallas will shut off her fucking pack link.
Miserably.
All you hear is the evil leprechaun cackle then.
Yep. Senpai's just gonna stay curled up on the floor there until all of her bones are back together.
And Dallas is going to take the dog into her room.
Careful. He has a good, strong head about him, Dallas. You're just packing again, you know. More.
She has closed off. Nothing for you.
And the 10 point just gets all of it then. Hayden amuses himself for hours with head puns.
Oh, poor 10 point. Oh. Is there anything else that you would like to accomplish today there, Aiden? Would you like to find a way to get me another beating? Or shall I close the scene?
Good. I'm happy.
Oh, God. Well, after that fit of violence, I suppose we shall say thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. And we'll see you next time on another thrilling episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York.